there, it's Mary from stampingmary.stampinup.net. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's card features the Biggest Wish stamp set, which is featured in the new 2021 Stamping Up annual catalogue. This is the stamp set here. Lovely big bold font, and then this lovely scripty font down the bottom. Such a versatile stamp set to have in your collection. This card is a pretty simple one. It just features the one tone of Blushing Bride cardstock, and then some of the new in colour, the polished pink and soft sage and polished pink inks, which I've stamped the sentiments on. I'm going to bring in the Stamparatus to show you how I did that stamping. You don't have to use the Stamparatus. I just think for the positioning for this one, it just made it a little bit easier, and plus I love using the Stamparatus. So let me bring it in. I've already positioned my stamps on the block, on the plate I should say, one on one side, and then we'll flip it over to do the other one. And I've got a piece of basic white cardstock already in position. We're going to be cutting that out with one of the circle framelits dies. So let's bring in our polished pink ink. This is one of the new ones, and I hope the other colours are not listening, but this is possibly my most favourite colour of the in colours. So just bring this over here. I'm just going to ink up the birthday sentiment. Don't worry if you get ink on the plate, it doesn't transfer. And press that down. Perfect. And then we're going to bring in our, flip it over, and then we're going to stamp the happy on top of it. Now the happy is going to sit across a little bit across the top there, which is actually what I wanted. For this card I didn't. I had a bit of a gap, and I actually think I prefer it sitting just slightly across the top there. So let's bring in now our soft sage. Sorry, soft succulent. I keep wanting to call it soft sage. I don't know why. Ink that up. And as you can see, I just flipped the plates over. The great thing about the Stamparatus is that if you don't get it down the first time, you just re-ink it. There it is. Perfect. So you can see I've just got it slightly sitting over the top, which I think I prefer that look with this stamp set. But it's a personal choice. And we're going to cut it out with this die right here, the circle die. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, or as I call it, my big boss. I also have the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I call that one the mini boss. I got that idea off another demonstrator who has named it. That's what she's named hers. So, it's probably a little bit close to see. I'm just bringing in the plates and positioning that so it's perfect, and then run that through. There we go. That's just how I wanted it. Now I've already gone ahead and cut out a piece of the polished pink with the scalloped, one of the scallop circle dies, and I'm just going to attach that now with some Tombow. Just pop that on there. I like that little pop of pink. Polished pink at the back there. Now you'll see I've left a little bit of a gap at the bottom. That's so we can put our twine around there. Now, like I said, I've embossed a piece of cardstock at the back here, and I use the bark embossing folder. It's this one here. If you haven't seen it already, it's definitely a 3D embossing folder you might want to add to your embossing folder collection. It's very, very versatile, and I just think it's great. So fold my cardstock in half, and I'm going to firstly wait for that to dry a little bit. I think it's set, and then I'm going to bring in my twine that I've used here, the Baker's Twine. Now this is the new Essentials pack of Baker's Twine. It has 5 twines in there: white, grey granite, crumb cake, vanilla, and black. So I'm going to use the, I think it's grey granite, or is it smoky slate? I'll have to check. I have all the products that I've used will be in the description bar below, so that's okay. So I'm just going to wrap that around there before I get before I attach it. Actually, I just oops, I want to make sure I've got this in the right place. I think when I did it the first time, yeah, that's right. So I'm just going to wrap around perhaps one more time. Maybe not that many. Yeah. Yep, we can make that work. All right. And I'm going to cut that off now. Even though I haven't attached it at the back. I'm actually going to pop my sentiment on now, and then I will make the bow because I want to tie it off on the front there. So I want to have some of the twine behind and then some on the front there. So I'm going to use my Tombow again because I want it to be, in case I need to move it a little bit. The Tombow gives you that little bit of wiggle room. Okay. And I've also used a few of the my jewels as well in the background. They're the Rhinestone Basic jewels. But what would also look lovely would be the new in colour jewels. I'm just waiting on an order of them to arrive, so I was going to make that card with them otherwise. Right, let's attempt to have only one go at tying this bow. Let's see if oh, I should never jinx myself. This Baker's Twine 5-pack is just, it's one of my favourite accessories actually in the catalogue. I love Baker's Twine and I love using it. It's so versatile. And I might have my bow a little bit big, but that's okay. We can bring it down a little bit. There we are. We have the skills, right. Just bring it down a bit. It's a bit much there. It was perfect before I moved it. Oh my gosh. How not to tie a bow. I'm going to do it upside down because usually I have more success when I do it that way. Don't ask me why, but yep. Anyway, there's my bow. Bring that up a little bit high there. I've got it a little bit high. No, that's perfect. Right, so some dimensionals on the back of this, and then we'll be ready to put the card together. And where did I put the dimensionals? There they are. This, you can use any embossing folder, obviously. You don't even have to emboss it. I just think it gives another layer of dimension to your card, which is always a good thing. And then just pop that on there. I've got quite a nice long, a wide border on this one. I really wanted that sentiment to pop. Oops. Go. And trim that off. For my original card, I actually frayed the edges of the bow, but I'm not going to do that this time. And I actually used a glue dot behind that one just to get it to sit, but I think I might just leave that one like that today. So that's the simple simple stamping for that one. Really, it is pretty simple. And the next thing we're going to do is just pop some dimensionals on here to finish it off. Sorry, the jewels, I should say. Up to you what you use. I just felt it needed a little bit of bling to finish it off. And come out of there. It's a pretty card. I guess it's kind of a this is a nice card. You could use this as a masculine card. You could use it as a masculine card. I don't see why not. Any colour goes. Any colour goes. But certainly if you have someone who likes pink, this is the card for them. And here we are. That's finished. Here is the card made. Easy, easy, easy peasy. Once again, you don't have to use a Stamparatus, but it does help, I think. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you would like to learn more about the products, please click the description bar below where I have listed them all. And have a great and crafty day. Bye.